Well, the 27th DistribuTECH is almost in the books. I'm Teresa Hansen, Chief Editor of Power Grid International, Electric Light and Power, and Utility Products. It's been a great 3 days of panels, product releases, networking, and exhibits. 4 days if you count our Utility University on Monday. Thursday wrapped up with morning sessions boasting such topics as the thin grid line, stories from cyber battlefields, and microgrid economics. The floor giveaway, which happened Thursday afternoon, was the exclamation point on DistribuTECH 2017. One of the lucky attendees is driving home with a brand new Dodge Challenger. The challenge in covering DTECH, of course, is simply narrowing down what to attend, who to meet, and which exhibitors to visit. There's so much of interest in each of these utility sectors. Jennifer Runyon, Chief Editor of Penwell's Renewable Energy World magazine, also has been covering DistribuTECH these past 3 days, and she's handling today's report from the floor.
Thanks, Teresa. Well, this is the second year that Renewable Energy World has attended DTECH, and it's clear that what happens here is highly relevant to our readers. As the grid evolves and more renewables and distributed energy resources hit the grid, the integration of those assets is incredibly important. From the keynote, I learned that SDG&E is committed to reducing carbon emissions and has no plans to change the course as a result of what's happening in Washington. Fortune editor Jeff Colvin advised all in the audience to have courage when trying to innovate. From a session on microgrids, I learned that microgrids for critical services like fire stations, police stations, and hospitals are becoming more and more necessary, and that municipalities are working hard to discover how they can implement them. The three panelists at the Women in Utilities Breakfast offered great career advice to the men and women in attendance. My favorite came from Deb Afonso, a VP at PG&E, who said, when you want something in your career, you should sell it, don't tell it, and said that sales training is something everyone should have under their belt. I attended a session on the importance of storytelling for utilities. They need to keep their customers informed of the work they're doing to modernize the grid. Fun videos, fact sheets, and infographics are the way to go here. And from a session on energy storage, I heard from utilities that third-party developers should really try to form alliances and partnerships with utilities to understand what their needs are. In other words, they shouldn't design new solutions for problems that don't exist. I honestly can't stress enough how important shows like DTECH are to renewable energy stakeholders. This is where the utilities are, and this is where the future of energy is being discussed. Can't wait to cover the show again next year, Teresa. Back to you.
Thank you, Jennifer. These are 4 fast, fun-filled days here at DistribuTECH, but it really all began last year right after our conference in Orlando. It involves countless hours of planning, abstract queries, conference meetings, and content decisions. And that huge slab of work is chiseled down to the DistribuTECH you saw this week. Thank you to all involved. Next year's DistribuTECH will be January 23rd to the 25th in San Antonio at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. It will be our return to San Antonio for the first time since 2014. Planning for that event begins right away. If you are part of the industry and have some good ideas for sessions at DistribuTECH, keep an eye on our website for opportunities to submit abstracts. We look forward to hearing your ideas and putting them to the test. Till then, we say goodbye from San Diego. Thank you to our host utility, San Diego Gas and Electric, and all of our sponsors, including our diamond sponsor, Itron. And thanks to all of you who attended in person or saw DistribuTECH from these reports. We hope to see you again soon. I'm Teresa Hansen, reporting from DistribuTECH.